Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Smith. I'm 1/5 of your East Texas Kayak Fishing Board, and my job is to put these online captains meetings on, at least for the first two. So I will go ahead and apologize. I have to do this outside. I got my kids at home today. Obviously, everybody's kids are home now, but super loud inside. So I had to come outside, and now I'm fighting the birds. So if you have questions or if something is blurred out and it's not super clear, be sure to go on that Facebook page and ask if something doesn't make sense in this video. So again, this is your online captains meeting. It's for the second stop of the East Texas Kayak Fishing Tournament this year. It's going to be on Rayburn, obviously, and it's Saturday, March 21st. So it's this coming Saturday. This video is going to be released on Friday at noon. And so I'm going to talk like it's today. So it's going to be released today at noon. If you're watching this, it's already released, obviously. And the deadline for the sign up is going to be tonight at 5 p.m. And so if you're watching the video now and you're trying to debate on whether or not to fish Rayburn, you have till 5 p.m. to figure that out. That's when the tournament or the sign up registration or whatever will close. And then tonight at 8 p.m. is when the identifier will be sent out by email. It'll be posted here on the Facebook page and it will also be posted or sent to you in TourneyX as well. So that identifier code will come out at 8. Registration deadline's at 5. Now, a couple of things have changed. Now, obviously, we wanted to go ahead and hold this event because number one, we're able to adjust our schedule in a way that we're not going to be meeting officially as a group. And so we're going to meet all those CDC guidelines. We're not going to actually ever get together on this event. And so that's kind of the beauty behind this, is that we can switch our schedule around and still have these events and hold them for us to be able to get out of the house and do something fun and enjoyable. So at least for right now, that's what we're going to plan to do, and we'll look at kind of the way things are going for the next event, and we'll just play that one by ear and just kind of adjust as we need. But the way this is going to work, I do have a schedule I'm going to post up here in a second, but we're basically fishing all day. Instead of meeting at the end, we're going to have an online session where we announce the winners. And so basically you just show up, you fish, you leave and you go home. And then at 4:30 p.m., again, I'll go over the schedule in a second. At 4:30 p.m., the winners are going to be announced. And then we will have some sort of drawings, some sort of giveaways for smaller items that we can give away very easily. Maybe some coupon codes, things like that. We're going to do absolutely what we can to make this event as normal as possible. But please be patient with us. We're going to try to, if something doesn't go fully smooth as it normally would, there's a lot of things that we're trying to jump over or jump through hurdles to make this thing work. And so just be patient with us. We're going to do the best we can with it. We have everything set up. We think we have everything in place that we need. But of course, we're adjusting to meet all the CDC guidelines and then just make this event possible. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but as far as it's going to work, there were some questions. I have some notes here I'm going to go over with you guys. And then there were some questions. This is probably the biggest, change for everybody besides the no awards ceremony at the end. But there were some questions earlier in the week where people asked if we could adjust our start times. And we said, no, we're going to keep it, standard just to alleviate any confusion. So again, we revisited that, and we have recently decided, it's been posted on the Facebook group, that we are going to change some stuff around as far as first cast and launch time. So this is going to be the current schedule. This is what we're going with. Make sure you follow these guidelines, not anything that you've seen earlier in the week. So the way to work, 6:30 is going to be the launch, and so you will be able to launch at 6:30. First cast is going to be at 7. Initially, we had it shifted up 30 minutes, so we're no longer doing that. Launch at 6:30, first cast at 7, lines out at 3 p.m. So big thing to remember when you get there and you start fishing in the morning, make sure you go to your TourneyX app and you check in, and then 4 p.m. is the deadline to submit all photos and to check out. So make sure when you start fishing, you check in on the app. When you get off the water, go ahead and set an alarm on your phone so you don't forget. Get off the water, check out using the TourneyX app. That lets the tournament the board, we don't have a director, the board and the judges know that you guys checked in and that you checked out and that you're off the water safe. So be sure you do that. I'll talk about how that could lead to disqualification if you forget to check out later. So it's very, very important. Set that reminder on your phone that you check in and check out of the event. So again, big picture here, 6:30 is the first time you can launch your boat. 7 is the first cast. 3 p.m. lines out. 4 p.m. is your deadline to submit all photos, your deadline to check out of the event. And then at 4:30 p.m., there will be some announcement on the Facebook group as far as who won the event. And then hopefully that'll be the time when we can do some drawings and some giveaways as well. Again, we can't, just because shipping a rod is super expensive, we can't just give away all the items we normally would. We're going to kind of keep it limited to smaller things and maybe some, like, those online coupon codes for onlinefishing.com, things like that. So we're going to do the best we can with the giveaways. So please tune in at 4:30 and see if you've won anything, if you fished the event. And then obviously if you fish the event and think you placed, make sure you tune in at 4:30 to see how you did. So that is the schedule. So a couple other things here. The approved measuring devices, nothing changed. You have to use the catch board or the hog trough. And then because of all of the flex stuff, the hog trough has to be, tilted down in the boat. You can't have it tilted up, and there's no flex on the board. There's a detail. You can go to, the TourneyX and have all the East Texas rules listed there. If you're not sure about that, make sure you read over those and then post in the group. But nothing new here. Standard catch board, standard hog trough. Just make sure you're not flexing it. Disqualifications, there are a few things here that could get you disqualified. Number one is not wearing your PFD. You have to have your PFD on you at all times. Has to be something Coast Guard approved and so on. You have to, wait till 7 a.m. to cast. You can't fish before that. That would lead to disqualification. And then again, no flexing of the board, no manipulating of the board at all. That would lead to disqualification, so on. Another big thing is the check in and check out. Make sure you have checked out at 4 p.m., by 4 p.m. So set an alarm on your phone, remind yourself, that way you don't get caught on that. And that could also lead to disqualification as well. So as far as safety goes, again, PFD it on at all times. If you launch before daylight, we did shift the launch up to 6:30 instead of 6, so it should be starting to crack daylight. It'll still be dark-ish, I believe. But if you launch before daylight, make sure, or if it's low light, make sure you have your 360 light, and make sure that you've done the check-in, check-out process as well. So that's all part, safety there. As far as leaderboard, we did change some stuff up. Our stance initially was to have the leaderboard off all day. For this event, because we're not having a physical meeting at the end, we are going to have the leaderboard open for this tournament. I'm not 100% certain if we're going to turn it off at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night. I think we're just going to leave it open at all times. But as far as I know, as far as right now, what's decided, leaderboard will be on for this event. And then, as we go to the next event, we'll adjust and kind of reevaluate at that time. But for right now, leaderboard will be on, so you'll kind of see how you're doing as long as no one's sandbagging. So judging, we will have an off-site judge just like we did last time. It's somebody we've contracted with, and they're going to be judging our event. It will not be any of the board members or anybody fishing the tournament. It'll be someone that's third-party, off-site. Now, as far as the big picture goes, I want to go over the schedule again just so no one's confused. And I'm sorry to kind of beat a dead horse on this, but we had a lot of questions. We said one thing and then we switched it today. So again, launch 6:30 a.m., first cast at 7, 3 p.m. lines out, 4 p.m. is the deadline submission. This is the last time you can submit photos, check out, all that good stuff. 4:30, the award ceremony will be held online on the Facebook group. And so I think that pretty much covers it. And again, we really appreciate you guys who have signed up. And we know that this thing is, again, we're jumping through hoops trying to make it work. And so we're going to just do the best we can. Please be patient with us if things don't operate as smoothly as they normally do. We're going to do the best we can with this, but we're still trying to hold an event where we can get out of the house and self-quarantine on the water and just enjoy that day. So the wind is, I can't remember if it's going to be bad or not, but make sure you check the weather. It's going to be switching. Right now it's coming out of the south. It's going to be coming out of the north. Make sure you checked and see if you need all your rain gear. Just be safe on the water. Check the weather conditions, make sure you're prepared for what's coming. But other than that, I think that pretty much covers it all. If there are any questions, again, you can go to TourneyX and read through the official East Texas Kayak Fishing rules, or go to the Facebook group and ask a question. But that should be it. So again, if you guys have questions, make sure you ask, and we'll see you guys on the water. Good luck. We'll see you guys Saturday. All right.